Hey, what's up? Good evening. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's well. Hanging in there, doing okay. It was debatable whether or not I was actually going to jump on today. Not feeling the greatest. I know typically we're not supposed to be pushing buttons and doing stuff, but I'm gonna kind of give it a go. See what's what today. Yo, T-Camp, what's up, brother? How you, my man? Turn this down some. Hanging in, bro, hanging in. Still a little under the weather, fighting, but trying to see. How's everything been with you? Trying to move this so I can see chat. Perfect. So I'm not gonna say I'm hoping for lightning, because the moment I say hope, then it's like it's out the window. But lightning potentially striking twice, because I was looking at what I don't think we finished from Friday, and I was already looking at higher time frame targets long, going to this hodgepodge of crapola. Actually, I'm sorry, that's a 4 hour, the daily. So I'm still back here looking at these targets, so it actually should be up here, but I'm being a little conservative just based on news and some other stuff. Oh, okay. I got you. That's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I'm trying to trying to figure out. I'm not even gonna fix how I'm gonna say it. I'm just like I'm trying to make life sense. You know what I mean? And just being very frank, there's just been like a lot of shit going on, to say the least. But yeah, just trying to sort through stuff. And crazy thing is, you would think, and I know we always talk about, I just finished saying, like, you know, you're not feeling the greatest or not in the right headspace or whatnot, like this is the absolute last thing you need to be doing. But the crazy thing is, like, over the course of a few years, and I use few very loosely, but it's kind of been like the one thing that's always kind of grounded me and helped me refocus and sort shit out is trading, speculating, back testing, you know. So I know we can't really ride these wheels until they fall off, because they fall off, you're on the corner with a tip cup in your hand. But nah, in all seriousness, it's yeah, just life. But I always tend to look at it, you know, I always try to think, no matter what I'm going through or somebody else is going through, like, or typically it's whatever I'm going through, somebody's going through like 10 to 100 times worse than what I think I'm going through. So put it in that kind of perspective, it's kind of like, shut up and, you know, shut up, dust yourself off, clean yourself up, wipe your hands, go on about your business. You know what I mean? So the only thing I'll say is, like, I don't know how it looks like we've been going when I've been doing this on Sundays, and then even a couple days during the week, it's like 2-3 hours. So I'm honestly just gonna go until, like, physically I'm not feeling, or if I start feeling worse, then I'll probably skip out, and then I probably won't take anything. But I'm looking for something in particular, and if I don't see that, then I have to sit on, literally, I'll be sitting on my hands. But the way this week is panning, or how it will pan out, I know we get limited trading hours for tomorrow. Tuesday, what do we have? It's just a funky kind of economic week. It really is. I think Tuesday, realistically, like the only thing, there's like the Empire State Index, which, like I've said before, is like typically not been a big thing, but it's a way to manipulate price. But we have that Tuesday, and I think Fed member, I think it's Fed member daily speaks Tuesday. We have FOMC Wednesday. Is that Wednesday? Yeah. We have FOMC Wednesday at 2. But I think we have another Fed speaker at like 11 that morning, and then the FOMC. And then Thursday we've got, I think it's we got initial jobless claims, and then we have the continuing claims from last week. And Friday is PMI, if I remember correctly. So all that coupled with a shortened day for tomorrow, it's kind of like, you know, we'll see. Got like a minute and a half. I'm just interested to see how the market opens here. If we gap down below this, I'm probably gonna have to. I'll literally just be waiting until we maybe close back above where we closed Friday. So I have to wait. If we close below this and we stay below this, say for like the first 30 minutes to an hour, I can tell you right now, I'm not taking squat. I'm just not going to. I'm looking for higher price, and I'm actually looking for a continuation. Yeah, I mean, it does, and that's kind of hard sometimes to. I mean, I don't explain it to anybody, but I know that the general consensus is, yeah, don't do anything, but it literally does. It just kind of, it takes. I'm only trading London and Asia all week. Yeah, I one of the things I thought about doing today, honestly, was just like back testing.
The markets are open.
It gapped up, so I'm gonna buy that.
Order filled.
I just didn't want it to gap down. So it did what I anticipated. Well, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say it did what I anticipated. It did what I wanted to see happen, which was the gap up for the continuation. And if we get to basically this first level, which is actually, let's see. Damn shame I marked this shit off, and so 22,269. Let me. for fuck's sakes, man. I cannot get this to stick. Cannot get this to set this freaking order. We on the same page that below? Yeah. I know, right? That's a rarity. I hope I don't jinx us, but it's all good. Yeah, because I just, after, like I said, looking at Friday, by the time I got back to the house, I was looking at it, I was like, it's me saying it's not finished. I guess that's the best way to say it. Not like I knew where, because obviously I didn't. But it just looked like there was more for it to do, and it hadn't finished. So... try this way. Okay, so you're telling... Okay, it said it. I was about to say, man, don't do that to me. Tradeify, don't you do it. Don't you do it. There's a part of me that kind of wants to add one here. Yeah, well, there's that, and then there's news. I am so thinking about adding here, and this is something I never do. It can... It can continue to push, but I'm kind of erring on the side of there's I don't even want to call it data anymore. I don't know how much like you look at like the geopolitical economics of things. I tend to I'm not gonna call myself like one of the big brain people. I'll say it this way. I kind of look at like what's going on domestically, but then I'll also, listen to not the political rhetoric. Like, I don't want you to tell me my news. I want to go read my news. I want to go go other places while we still kind of can. Go and look at what's happening in the macro, like globally. And with that, coupled with like our economic news and the Fed and everything, yeah, there is, and you're right, like there's that general idea that, well, if we're already up here, it's just like we're one high or we're two highs away from a short. And I don't remember if you might have been in like one of the live streams I did like a couple weeks ago, where I asked everybody where they thought price was going, and I said that abomination number, and nobody, like, it was almost like I killed the chat, and I killed like I killed the chat and I killed the live at the same time. So I think that's what is going to happen, but it's a question of when. But like you, I've finally just started looking at like the macro to say, there probably is some more upside, because it's like anything else. Looking at it through that lens, it's like there are probably some people that are looking to hedge a bet or hedge at a certain price, and then understanding that somebody's been holding the bag for how many ever, decades. It's just crazy, like for people that trade any asset, really, any instrument, like the number of people that don't think in those terms, really. When you think about currencies, and you do basically the quote in the base, some people don't realize, like, somebody's been sitting potentially in some level of loss for a significant amount of time when you're not operating from, say, a quote unquote balanced range, or you have like an imbalance. We use, like, those terms kind of get thrown around and they get lost in the mix when we're obviously looking to extract what we can extract from the market, right? We look at it from a perspective of, hey, it could reach there and then I can make whatever. But what about those long-term position holders? Those people that they've got like a bigger stake. They're not like I would be here, or like we would be here day in, day out, intraday. They've been holding, some people, in a net loss. Granted, they could probably scale in and have like other accounts, or diversified enough to where they can maybe offset or mitigate some of those losses on other accounts across like a larger portfolio. They can offset. But when you think about it from that perspective, it kind of, I don't know, at least for me, it kind of makes me think that, yeah, there's a, and I only use that expression for lack of a better way of articulating it. It's just kind of like there are going to be some people that are hedging for higher price because they're ready to take all of the risk that they've assumed for however long off the table. Now they're looking to be rebalanced, or to have their side of participation to be honored, since they've been holding the bag for so long. So, but that's my little whatever that was. That was my Sunday Globex TED Talk for the day. That's my TED Talk for the week. I'm really fighting, and I'm not going to. Like I said, I've never, and I can honestly say I've never really, in the entire time I've live streamed, or even when I was in like other combine accounts, I have never scaled into a position. I am legitimately, or was legitimate, because I'm not going to do it now. I was literally sitting here like, you know what? I'm going to add a contract, but I'm not. I could afford to, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm gonna turn this over because we're not doing that today. We're not doing that. I think just based on a week, I'm probably, I don't know. I don't know yet. I think by the time I get back home tomorrow, hardly have, I can look and see what's going on in the market, but in terms of taking any kind of a position, I believe the market closes tomorrow at what, like noon? Like one, either is it 1 p.m. Central? If it's 1 p.m. Central, then it's 2, but I kind of think that it's like 1 p.m. And even at best, if I get back to the house by like 10:15, 10:20, and get myself kind of settled in. I don't really want to be taking a position that close, because it could be kind of like what this is doing now from Friday. Like, Friday was actually setting up as if it was going to, like I said, complete, and it stopped. So don't want to be holding. No, one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All the fries you could give me. This is gonna sound crazy too. I don't know. Shit. I must be like I was gonna say something that was really fucked up and be like, damn, man, wife must have me pregnant or something. I'm craving shit. Like, I'm literally sitting here like, a cup of coffee sounds really good right now. And I don't drink coffee in the evening. Like, maybe like an energy drink, like caffeine or something, but coffee? What the fuck is going on? Thinking about adding the positions and drinking coffee in the fucking evening. Like, yeah, I'm not, I am not well. Send help. I'm not well. Crazy. Yeah, that's interesting, T-Camp. I think this is the first time we're in alignment, maybe. I think it is. No, I've had a what did I eat earlier? I had like some it's like it wasn't brisket. Like a shredded beef bowl, and I didn't have, it was not caffeine, it was just like water. I had like some like flavored water or whatever, and then I took a nap. So the nap was fucking amazing. But yeah, I think I'm still coming out of that, because I've only, like, it's 6:15. I think I woke up at like 4:45. So slept for a couple of hours. I needed that though. Did your homework this weekend? I'm wondering if no. I've got to back test something, because And I don't think that I've recorded, like sometimes, like even when I'm not, like I don't do like these live streams, like I will still record sessions. I did it right here, but and I might just have to wait. I might just be early, as I typically am with a lot of things with this. I might just have to wait for price to play out a little bit. I wonder.
Order filled.
So if I'm looking at this, and it's not so much like how the prices deliver, like I'm actually just like looking, and I might be too close or too zoomed in, because I might be looking at the range inside the larger range, which is possible. Because I would say this would really be my invalidation here. But I'm just kind of trying to be tight about it. And let's see. That's super small, but that's like a pimple on a fucking buffalo's ass. Like that's super small in terms of fair value. If you're wondering what I'm talking about this right here. This might be a grinder. Got about 30 seconds before this 5-minute candle closes. Excuse me. So, see if it was just reaching back in here and then it pops back up, or it continues. But, I mean, again, I'm not a soothsayer. Don't know. But, Nevada, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. T-Cab, stop, man. Stop it. I started to say, like, man, we were on the same side. Uh-oh. And I didn't say anything. So that was... I do. Leave it to you. You. Did you take a short? I kind of feel like you took a short. You were like, man, me and this dude never said he cool as shit, but sometime it work out for him, sometime it work out for me, but we never on the same page. I'm taking a short. Did you do it? And if you didn't, and you say you didn't, you're going to be like, no, I didn't. But I almost pushed the button. No, you're no longer? Okay. Alright. Yeah, I kind of feel like maybe I'm being optimistic. Thinking maybe it just reached back in and, use my favorite Eddie Murphy saying from Trading Places. Maybe just roll back in to clear out the suckers before, but I don't know. I might be the sucker.
Where am I?
221050.
Am I alive yet?
Okay. Man, you know it has to act up. It's gotta act up. It's Sunday, man. It is Sunday.
Order filled.
Yeah, we're out. Now, if we take this level out, like it's completely invalid. So I'm gonna sit in the Tradeify position. I'm gonna stay there. Yeah, sorry about that, brother. I'm gonna try one more here,
Order filled.
but I'll just set this below my invalidation, because like I said, that my invalidation for longs literally is here. So we run through that. Yeah, we're done. We're done, son. Done. So we'll just try this one, and then if not, hey. And before me, should have waited. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah, you did say you got in. Yeah, damn. Yeah, you did. I mean, I thought I waited at least like a little bit, but maybe not. Good thing I listened to myself, because you remember earlier when I was like, hey, I really want to add, I want to add. I'm really glad I didn't. I don't care even if this runs to the other end. You're playing off the gap. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we were both thinking the same thing, right? You might have been in before me, but like our logic was, well, at least my logic was, if we got the gap up at the open, I expected it to come down. I didn't expect it to fill or like literally, participate on the opposing side. Like I wasn't looking for that. So yeah. So I mean, hell, I'm not out the woods yet really either, because I'm still I'm in a fair amount of drawdown right now. Yeah, absolutely. And just stick to the same kind of criteria, Huh. Oh, okay. So, listen. Linda. So, when does this close? We got a couple of minutes before this. If this closes, this is the low. That's gonna be your swing low. If we get a closure inside of this candle, I'm saying I'm going to do it, but I'm only going to do it here. I'm not going to do it in a Tradeify. I'm just not. However, if we get a closure in here, I would anticipate it to run back long, because you've established a swing point inside basically that first candle that is presenting itself as this low. Okay? Which ultimately means if you're running back into this, you're going to run back into the 6 p.m. We're already looking for this to get cleared. I know it's a little presumptuous, but just stay with me. You might be able to get back into camp. It just depends. I don't know if you see that and we see like those types of things the same, but Okay. I got you.
Order filled.
I think when this is over, I'm gonna need that coffee and a cigarette. I'm joking. Oh man. Appreciate you guys for hanging out this evening. Any basketball fans, I really appreciate it because I believe the All-Star Spectacle is on or would be on about now. Don't get me wrong, I love the game, but like I don't know what the hell they're doing nowadays. Like teams scoring like 280, 300 freaking points in an All-Star game. It's like, what is this? Starts at 6. Okay. Yeah, depending on how long the foolishness. I shouldn't call it that. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. Depending on what happens here, like maybe I can catch, I don't know, like the third or fourth quarter or something. If we're all wrapped up here, but catch some of the Debo cherry. T-Cap, you said that you've seen Sorry to Bother You, right? There's nobody. I think that's one of the things I want to do is oh, really? Good shit. Thank you. Good looking out. I didn't know that. Cuz I absolutely wasn't going to Twitch or Amazon to watch that shit. I can't. I'm not. Because I think I'm gonna start, and I do that sometimes when I'm at work and nobody gets it. Like I'll say, well, what is this Debo cherry? And they're like, what? What's the what? And then I have to do the other part, and then they still don't get it, and I laugh. I humor myself. I just say, looks like debauchery, but it's not. So I still think that is that. It doesn't matter how many times I watch that movie and I get to that scene, I still laugh every time. My name is Diana Debo Cherry. That looks a lot like debauchery. Well, it's not. Yeah. Oh man, I think I just set up my night, bro. I think I just set up my night. So we get a dub here, some coffee. I have to get the coffee now, like regardless. Goes without saying. Got to do the coffee. And a little bit of the foolishness, and yeah, man, it's something about that movie. It just, I don't know, man. I enjoy watching it. But like I said before, like my wife hates it. She absolutely hates it. And the crazy thing is, like, when I ask her, I'm like, why? And she can't give me an answer. She's just like, I'm like, okay. But really? We're watching that tonight. After the shit you did today, we're watching that tonight. Gotta get it where you can. Hey Jeff, I'm doing good. Yes, you can. Anytime after 6 p.m. So today it's Sunday, but technically it's Monday. This is like the Globex open for Monday. So we're technically trading like Monday Globex or off regular trade hours, so it's electronic trade hour. So yeah, you can. You can also do the same thing during the week, Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Thursday. After Topstep closes, or you close your positions before 4:10 p.m. Eastern Standard. I'm on Eastern Time. But if you close your positions after 4:10 Eastern Standard Time, the market will reopen in the Globex session at 6 p.m. So yes, you can. Yep. I know Jeff's like, what the fuck? Hey Anthony, what's going on? Yeah. We were early at it last week too, so try to get in and out. What I've been dabbling, Anthony. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot is based around a weekly profile. I throw some candle range theory in there as well, and session ranges. And to keep it simplified, I only now look at like session ranges and the liquidity levels, like for the PM, like Asia and into London. Because of my work schedule, now I'm looking at it from how it sets up like the New York AM and that initial balance, the 9:30 to 10:30. So as of late, I've really kind of just been leaning into the initial balance range. Because I get back home after New York Open and after that first hour, unless I'm really lucky and I get home before. And I'm just looking for price to kind of show me at that point if there's a directional bias that's in confluence with like the weekly. I'm looking for those. And like in a situation like this, I came in today looking for what I would call like a continuation from Friday, because the initial balance from Friday showed price was bullish, but it didn't complete. So the most that I was anticipating today was it was either going to gap up and continue, or as we're kind of sitting through right now, it was going to gap up, close back inside the range and do what it needs to do, and then complete the move long. So I don't have a specific, like, I can't put a model on it, but I just use different concepts for confluence, and then I just kind of build my trading bias behind that. So I hope that answered your question. It's not as arbitrary as it sounds, but that's kind of what I do. Oh shit, T-Camp. I'm not going to get in your business and ask what your buffer is, but you're down in, are you out? Did it like stop you out in your account, or were you just like in drawdown? How you doing today, Anthony? I appreciate you for coming through. How's it going? No, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, day trading, like, and it's not even weird to say. Like, I remember probably, I don't know if it might be a year. It might be a year. And I'm not, there's some people that be like, oh, I've always known about initial balance. First time I heard it might have been about a year or a little longer than a year ago. People would talk about like initial balance, and then the discretion that some people use with it. Trade locker. Okay. Yeah, the discretion would be, some people would consider like the initial balance from 9:30 to 10, and I like literally, because I was focused on doing what I was doing, I didn't pay it a whole lot of attention, right? I would hear people talk about it and say, oh, well, you could use the initial balance, blah, blah. I was like, I don't need to put anything else in my head right now. Like, I don't even want to hear that shit. And it wasn't until probably late last year that I looked at it, but I never incorporated it. Because again, I was still like, I was in a good place towards the end of last year. So my thing was less is more and less is better. Like, I don't want to add something to what I'm already doing if what I'm doing has an edge. Like, I can still extract something, right? I didn't want to touch it. But the more I found myself like back testing and tape reading, and then it was just kind of inevitable when I started looking at sessions, then it turned into, okay, if you're looking at the whole New York AM session, or what are you looking at in particular? Like, what can you like parcel out that'll help with the AM session? And that's the only way that I came back to, okay, what's the initial balance? Now I'll listen. Like, what are we talking about? So, kind of back my way into it. What T-Camp, what would you say is the major difference, if there is, like, what's, because I've heard about Trade Locker. I think that there might have been like an offer for, I don't know if it's like a free trial or something like that, and I kind of left well enough alone, you know. I looked at it, I was like, that's interesting, and then that's about as far as I went with it. Okay, so if we leave a gap here, we're gonna come back to this, because yeah, that's a lower high into a low. So we may take this high. Trying to see where that would make sense. We may actually take this 6 and close back inside. If we leave fair value here, I think we move up, we clear the 6, but we close back in here. We're not closed, I'm sorry. So, which is kind of like something like this and then that. That's without me doing all of my funky John Madden shit on the... That's without me doing all that. Came past that gap on Topstep, but not on a trade locker. Looking for the recess to go long off the... Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why, like, and forgive me, because whoever's watching, like, I know you're like, that dude started, like... I'll start talking and then I stop. And I don't have... there's no cerebral instability. It's just my brain will literally be like, hey, shut up, look at that. So I just become that person. But yeah, so this little piece of inversion but yeah, if this leaves fair value, I would, one of the few times I would say, even though we'll be in a fair amount of profit per se, I would still, for the confluence, want it to come back. Unless, of course, there's again a higher objective that I'm not aware of. I don't want it to come right now, though. We want it later, not right now, right now. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We don't want it right now. Don't do it. No, my friend, no. I want you to go long. Pew pew. Go. So we mark this out. Be safe, you could actually, well, I wouldn't say safe, but yeah, here. One of the few scenarios, if you really wanted to be safe, if you're looking for it to come back here, obviously you're going to put it down here, but if you were trying to get some level of tight or keep your stops tight, you could... Is this really gonna come back now? It is. I'm not even gonna do it now. I think we're just gonna bounce here for a little bit. Or not. Bounce right into that fair value gap. So T-Camp, were you waiting for it to come here first, or did you want to see it push? I kind of wanted to see. I wanted to see a little bit more displacement. I wanted to see it extend. I got you. I got you. And we got like 10 seconds before 7 p.m. So this may or may not be interesting at all in terms of this print. Birds of a feather, man. And the other parts of that T-Camp is sometimes that helps you know whether people are full of shit or not. Or to be nicer, to say that nicer would be and honest. Like sometimes people don't know what they're looking at, right? Which is also, it's a learning process. So yeah, that probably came off like a lot more negative than what I meant for it. But to some extent, yeah, there are people that are just full of shit. Especially if they keep ranting and going on and on about what it is, and they don't do that thing called shut the fuck up and, say what you think, give some perspective behind it, and then sip it. Just let it do what it's gonna do. Yeah. That's a nice rejection. If that holds, which I would like to anticipate that it will. So we'll see. But wonder. If we, just making sure I don't miss anything in the chat. Nope. All right. I'd still want a partial here. And even though, because I know some would look at this, and I'm not saying that I'm the, the master explainer or educator on this, but one of the things that you could look at, like T-Camp was looking at an inversion fair value gap, and I basically marked this fair value gap out. So a lot of people would say, and they would be right, when you're looking at the fair value gap and you close beyond consummate encroachment, some would say, okay, well, that's bearish. In this context, here is your inversion fair value gap. This is the low here. So some would allow, I'm one of those people, I would allow, like, even if it inversed or it invalidated this fair value, as long as it didn't invalidate the inversion, if you will, for the bullish, which would be here. I'm just gonna put another array here. It's gonna be green, but you'll get it. All right, as long as I didn't get a body closure through here, I would still consider the long. A wick through is still gonna give me at least a confluence for longs. If it closes below that, then it's kind of like you could either sit through the drawdown to see, or you can kill it. So that might help somebody watching or whatever. To just, and I'm not telling you, I kind of probably am, without pushing a button. Like if you're not in an account, or maybe you have an account and you do what I'm doing, you dabble in the practice, I would say by all means. A lot of people say don't push buttons. I say if you're going into a practice account and you're confident enough and you're basically vetting your proof of concept, push the button, push it. But I would say don't be afraid when you get a fair value gap and you get a body closure through that consummate encroachment. Don't look at it and go, I gotta get out because it's going short. It may not be. If you have the structure behind it that would support, okay, it's closing below, but it's not looking for lower price, right? It's reaching back, and in this case, it reached back and it grabbed a little bit of liquidity here. It swept that out, or souped it, if you will, and it closed back inside. So just a little bit. Just a little. Now, as I always love to say, don't believe me. Which is okay, because I don't know everything. But if you see things over and over again, it just has to be within the proper context. And in this case, because my context was I'm looking for longs. It's not that it doesn't mean that you're making yourself inflexible to change, or like what you think is going to happen, like you just refuse to accept that. It's not that premise. It's the premise that you should have like a hard, fast invalidation point. And if you cut a position or you cut a trade before the invalidation, it doesn't mean give up on your bias. It just means let it play out. T-Camp already said, hey, he was out of a position, but what did he also say? I'm waiting to see if, certain other things play out before. So I'm one that says until your trade idea is invalidated or your invalidation point has been violated, hold fast to that. Just hold on to it. And then if you're wrong and it does get invalidated, just go and look and see, don't ask yourself, but just say, okay, well, why didn't it? So there's some inversion fair value gaps that don't hold. There's some where you get this kind of thing that happens, a body closure below, and the bottom falls out. What happened or what occurred? It's like I said, the context. What was the context under which it closed below? Where were you in price? What happened before, right? So don't like the wick? Don't be afraid of the wick. Pause. Oh man. Don't be afraid of it. So kind of like for Anthony when he was talking earlier and I said like a concept of candle range, right? We're well within the 6 p.m. candle. Well within it. So like, yeah, I see that, but I'm also looking at the fact that we're just about 50% of this candle. Doesn't mean that, but it also means that we've done, I'm not going to say enough, but in my opinion, like we've established certain things low or short that it would be reasonable on top of inversion, on top of some more expansion, and potentially on top of another area of fair value, which is going to give you basically that stair stepper. Even if it does come back, you would anticipate it to complete. So, man, you got to be a little more optimistic, T-Camp. My gosh, man. Don't be a negative. Can't call you a negative Nancy. Don't be a negative T-Camp. But I get it. See, look what you did, T-Camp. Come back halfway. You know, can it, I don't know that I want that right now. Yeah, I don't know that I want that. So we got about 30 seconds before this candle closes, and then we get to the 7:15. I'm actually leaning towards that's 7:05. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't either. That's why I got, but I look at it from this perspective. It came down and paired price here, right? Didn't close back in, but like you said, yeah, I'm not particularly fond of how. So yeah. Now, if it paired for the sake of going up to clear out, and even that's not really that's not really a positive thing either, but because intermediate, those are all relative equal, and I wouldn't look for an immediate retracement from this. I would still like to anticipate if it's clearing these, it's gonna at least take this, and then if it closes back in, which is why I said I'd want to take like a partial here, and let's see. I know you said 4. I'm gonna go to the daily real quick. Yeah. 244. Huh. That's going to be a stretch. That's going to be a stretch now. I think what I'm going to do is, if we get to the 6 p.m. high, I'm going to partial out there, and then I'm just going to move to break even, because yeah, with the amount of time that we would have left, obviously overnight can play out however it's going to play out, a shortened day tomorrow, and then going into like an economic buzzsaw for the week. It's honestly, it's not worth the headache, really. That doesn't change the bias at all. It just means that it will either take longer to play out, obviously, and then also there will be those that will say, well, you're off session and you're not trading in the volatility, but which is true. But yeah, there's too many variables right now. I'm just wondering if it takes another swipe back here. And that's what, like, it just wouldn't make, to me, it wouldn't make technical sense to do that. Now, I will say this to you, and it might sound however it sounds. Somebody may understand it. T-Camp may understand it. So this, just the wick by itself, is its own, like for people that trade like supply and demand, that wick is its own S&D or its own like super fractal PD array, if you will. If you look at it like a premium discount array, it's kind of the same thing. Now, there's a part of my brain that's saying, do we go back through this inversion and do we take another dip back in here, right? And that's one of the reasons why I said if we reach the partial level, I'm just going to partial out. I did actually end up adding another contract for that one position. So if we reach the partial, I take one off and then move basically to break even, which honestly, based on my entry, yeah, I wouldn't, if this happens now, it's fine, but, well, not fine, but yeah, like I said, in my mind, like that wouldn't make sense. But I don't make the rules. I just try to, you know, like everybody else, finagle away into positions. And in about another 36 minutes, price is going to rip in what we hope is a bullish direction, since that's the idea. So I don't want to say take off like it's gonna run and never come back, but usually you're gonna get some type of a move at Asia Open. So I've kind of just left the cursor there because I want to see if it invalidates that that inversion level for what would have been a bearish move, or if it doesn't. Like I said, I'm curious. Now, if it wicks through, it could also do that. This is just really it's interesting. It's 198. It could, but I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'll just say this. And this is the question, is one of the things like I would be asking myself. Why would, and I realize it's Globex, I realize it's electronic, I realize that kind of none of this has happened outside of the confines of regular trade hours. However, even for the sake of coming back down, like you've done so much here to set that structured point for the low, why would you come all the way back to take that out again to push back up? And I mean, I understand what the premise is. It's like, okay, up before, or long before the short before the long, but it just seems like that if it was going to do that kind of liquidity seeking and accumulation, it might have just been reasonable to take out a low and accumulate. So, hey Cameron, because I want to use a practice account for my Topstep and use my Tradeify combine, so it's a choice. I only trade, not like I have to tell you, but I only trade one combine at a time. I don't trade multiple combines across different prop firms at the same time. So it's no, I'm not. So that inversion, we got a wick through. We're looking at this inversion here. It was a wick through that level. Let's just see if that holds, or if it if it continues short. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my mouse at that level, so that way I don't have to put any more lines or anything else on the chart, and we'll just see how that reacts from that level. We got 30 seconds before 7:30 candle. So it's still respecting that inversion for right now. What you think, T-Camp? Well, you kind of already told me what you think. You think it's going down. What'd you say? 2022? What did you say? I think you put it 22, 198.50. Okay, so that was tapping into that fair value gap, but not really a but. See, the last two times that I've spoken, I've instigated the market, so I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to be quiet. Instigated in a way that we don't want. We don't want it. So it was a close back in. We'll almost have to wait for the next candle to close to see if this is actually going to be reflective of structurally like a higher low. But we'll have to see. Okay, this candle's closing in 30 seconds. See if this closes, excuse me, long. So as the body presently constructed, it's going to still close above that inversion. So even though we've had wicks through and bodies, like it still looks like it's trying to hold. Yeah. Yeah. So this can kind of do whatever it's going to do, as long as it doesn't. I'm not saying it cannot. I'm saying that, probably don't want to see it take out a low. or excuse me, take that this wick through here. But if this holds as a higher low, and again, I'd like to point something out one more time. Still inside that 6 p.m. opening candle. We're still in it. As Arsenio Hall once said in Coming to America, we're holding on to God's unchanging hand. Yes. So we're still in that candle. We're still in that candle. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Thanks. Thank you very much. We got a couple minutes before this one closes. So probably quite a bit more bobbing and weaving with this one. Very interesting. See, Kim, I'm actually thinking yeah, I think we do. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna take this off. I'm gonna use it as basically like to see if we invert, if we close back above. I'm not even gonna take this off. Because yes, technically, yeah, we've closed through, so you'd expect a continuation, but this wick was already a low, so we've taken liquidity here. So let's just see. Because that could have been the sole purpose, but don't know. If it was the sole purpose, we closed through just to collect that liquidity and we close back above, then maybe that's why we've been bouncing. For shorts, you might be right, and I might be on the wrong side. Which would be exactly how we, it's just how we work. We'll see if we get there. That's going to be pretty close to what my invalidation would be. Because I'm down at 22,191. So we'll see. And good luck for sure with that. Every time I say it, I don't mean it disingenuously, but that's just the way it comes across. Like, yeah, whatever, good luck. But no, seriously, I hope it works out for you. Because we're closer to your target than we would be to mine, so it's all good. Somebody is cooking. I can smell it. I'm getting distracted. Okay, inside of a minute for this candle to close. So, like I said, a closure back above, I'm still holding the idea that we're going higher. Because we're now getting right back up to that inversion level, and then so we'll see. All right, 10 seconds. Okay, there's your closure above. And now we've got 15 minutes before Asia open. So, see what happens here. All right. I may retest that and move away. I feel like I hit the damn jackpot with the music today. I've not been upset once. He's good. He's very good. It'll probably start to slow down in here a little bit, maybe. But I'd like to think, because we've been through here before and we've created these highs, like we're running, even though it's a 5-minute time frame, we're running highs. So we're taking liquidity as price is pushing. So I'd like to think maybe, I don't know, I'm being maybe a little presumptuous, 8 p.m. Asia takes out these relative equal highs. If we stay in here, possibly, I don't know. Because somebody that would be, say, like maybe a trend line or a breakout trader might look at this and say, this candle body is, broken. Excuse me. And if, we close above, we're running. That same trend line trader would have taken this and said, hey, we got to close through. So we got about 5 seconds before this candle closes. wonder if it leaves us open, or if it comes down and pairs it off and then resumes. Just as soon as I say something about the damn music, like, yeah. Hold on.
I'm just riding slowly on this talking road.
I guess, as the expression goes, all good things must come to an end. We'll try it. All right, so about 8 minutes until the top of the hour. I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just, I'll just say that was slick. That was real slick. So we're just kind of getting back up here where we were before, shortly after 6, and then a little after 7. So maybe 3 times is the charm. Ah, it's possible. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, so we've got a whole 5 minutes before 8. T-Camp, have you considered, I stopped talking to you. Did you switch back to buys, or you staying out now? Staying out. Yeah, I just kind of want to see what kind of, if there is actually a 8 p.m. pop. I'm wondering if we get to that 6 p.m. and then if it goes, I'm gonna be really curious to see if that happens. Even though obviously we're, it's electronic trade hour and all of that. So we got 1 minute before 8. 1 minute before 8 p.m. It's crazy. It's been 2 hours already. Crazy. Close above the open and candle. Look for longs, not trying to beat the liquidity. I got you. Yeah, I feel like, not feel, fact. It would seem like the liquidity's already been in the accumulation down here, right? So you'd think, I use the expression, I don't literally mean you think it's going to the moon. Like, it's gonna go, but there's 8. I swear, if it reaches back into this little shit, yeah, it does. It does. Almost like it's trying to figure out what it wants to do.
We got a spy.
Yeah, it's inching. It's doing this inchworm impersonation.
Unfreaking touchable. God, crap.
Yeah, it should be interesting at least. And I really have no intention on sitting in this till like 10 o'clock. I gotta work in the morning, so yeah, I'll have to basically make a decision in about the next 30-45 minutes, just depending on what happens. And I think that might be the difference with me and maybe some other people, but I'm at 415 in my Tradeify account, so I when I get there is when I get there. I don't, yeah, like I said, just based on this week, this is probably the one off session. And then maybe, I don't know. I'm not really big on London, but who knows? I get up early enough to where I could actually be looking for positions during London. I just don't. So. But I will say, if we get to the partial, like I said, I'll take that one contract off, and then I can move to break even there. I may just let the other one run, and kind of be done. So. Excuse me. And we got about a minute before this candle closes, and then we'll go into the 8:10 5-minute. And now get an idea, like what I was saying before about the clearance of these relative equal highs. So, all right, about 30 seconds before this candle closes. So if the closure is above, I would like to see it continue to push. If it closes back inside like a wick above and a body closure, then we may be back in here. So we'll see. About 5 seconds before it closes. Okay, so closure above, but let's see. We have like another, it's going to be like another 2 minutes for this candle to close. But as expected and anticipated, like it's usually like the last few pushes either to partial levels or to, to your TPs. Never fails. It never fails. There used to be that running joke that, you know, when you hit like one that's, you know, moving like you've been able to structure a trade that's going to work for you, and it runs, and it gets right there. And it's usually like, you know, with Forex, it would get like within like 5 pips of your TP. It'd be like 5, 7, 10, 6, 10. 610. You're like, just go 7 more pips to take me out forever. It would just, you know, bounce back and forth. But the joke was always that, like, no matter who or what the broker was, it was like everybody knew where your TP was, and it was like, okay, we're just gonna fuck with them. No, don't let it go. Just keep bouncing. All right, we got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And 10 seconds. Gives me a 1 tick every time on a 1 minute. I mean, it does that. Should you remember a couple of weeks ago, we were sitting here and I was like chopping it up with y'all, and I was getting like within like a fucking pipette of being taken out. It literally, I'm gonna tell you something. That was one of the best, most enjoyable streams I've had, and I lost that night. But it was the fact that it literally took me to like the brink, like what, 3 times, and it, you know, retraced, and we kept just talking, you know, fucking chopping it up and whatever. 3 times take you to the brink, and it's like, nah, not yet. Hysterical. Hysterical. Do we get it? Do we get it?
Order filled.
All right, good stuff. I remember. You remember? I remember. You remember? I remember. All right, so took 260 off. Okay. I need to go back and look and see what that fill was. I'm curious of what that fill was. Oh shit, I went in the wrong damn thing. Trying to fix the damn music. We'll try that for the moment. So, trying to figure out how I want to play this, honestly. See this shot. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that run. And then I have the one runner in my Tradeify account that I'm gonna let run it. Yeah, bro. T-Camp, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off, and that's why I wanted to at least do my trailing, and if I get stopped out, I get stopped and profit. It's not gonna hurt me. I'm gonna let the, well, actually both of them, the Tradeify and then this practice, I'm just gonna let it run out and do whatever it does, because at this point it's a risk off, it's risk free. So, but yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I appreciate everybody that came out, hung out tonight. T-Camp as always. Let's see who else we have in here. Cameron for coming through, appreciate you. Sleeper, damn, I missed you, Sleeper. I'm so sorry. How much is activation fee for Topstep 150K? If you're still here, and I apologize, I'm sorry, I got tunnel vision. So if you're doing from the Combine to the XFA, it's $149 to activate. It's $149. And I'm sorry for missing that. So yeah, Anthony, thanks for showing up. Jeff, I think that's Santilli. Awesome name. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. And Nevada for the sub. So I appreciate it. I will have something I want to do for you guys. I'll probably mention it within the next couple of streams. I'm just trying to figure out how. And T-Camp, actually, I want to pick your brain about, not now, obviously, but at some point, we'll talk off to the side. I want to run something by you and see what you think. But yeah, I wanted to do something for everybody that's been showing up and just showing support, and I appreciate it. Like I said, it could be a solo thing, but I appreciate you guys for coming out and kind of, again, supporting, giving me the ability to actually talk and share and have fun and whatnot. So it means a lot. No capola and no corn, but yeah, it means a lot. So yeah, you guys, everybody have a good Sunday night. I probably will try to be back on tomorrow, even if we're not live trading because of a shortened day, because of a holiday. But at the end of the day, yeah, I'll be on, see what we can see, and I'll talk to you then. So take care, have a good night. I'll see you.